Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Andrea. Hold on one second, you guys. Hold on one second. Y'all are rolling on in here. Who y'all? Listen. When you meet the timing of God and it is time for things to happen, sometimes things move a little bit faster than like you want. I'ma just be real. I'm like, Lord, this is moving a bit fast for me. It's a bit fast paced. I don't know if y'all like if people realize that, but like I'm gonna say it again. Like when you meet the timing of God and hopefully, hold on, I hope I'm not freezing. Hold on. When you meet the timing of God, like things really happen at a rate that almost overwhelms you as much as like going through like the struggle, having to endure different, it's not the same, but the pressure and the weight of like what you feel is the same. So after the last broadcast, God, I gotta say this, God has been having me, the instructions I've been receiving, they have been very strange. Like they have not made sense to me. Like they have, can I just flow? Like the instructions that God, okay, I'm gonna turn my camera on. Whoa, it's flipped. Hold on, flip it. The instructions that God has been giving me, they have been strange. Anybody like has anyone ever experienced God giving you instructions that don't make any sense? Like today was like the first day, really, a few days ago I started to feel like that. Like, God, why would I do that right now? That don't make sense to do that. Like, but I haven't been talking back. I've just been having a thought like, why am I doing all this? So in a nutshell, I'm set to close on my house April 15th. That is like the day where, we had planned, you're going to get your keys and, it's a done deal. And I'm going to be real, I felt comfortable with that day because it made me feel like I have time to like get the money that I need for closing, Lord. Like I felt like I have time. So I get off the broadcast, I knew that, yesterday my realtor had told me, start looking into like, inspections. But like, thank you so much. But if I can be real, like when I went today, to me, like it was a drastic change from Friday. They have done a lot since Friday, but I'm looking at, okay, y'all still have to do my floors. You still have to put my fence up. There are still certain things. Y'all are still painting. You still have to do certain things like to my home and different things like that. And so, I just kind of felt like, okay, I got time. Anybody ever felt like you had time? Like, God, this is already a lot, but I got time. Okay. So I'm feeling like, okay, I got time. I can just, kind of relax a little bit. I have big furniture that I'm having to, pack now. Like, okay, I took my dining room table down. Took me all of 40 minutes. Who knew taking down a table would take you 40 minutes? I said, Lord, you must have known I did it this morning. I said, Lord, you must have known I needed to do this like today because 40 minutes to take some legs off a table? 40 minutes. So, I'm just thinking I have time. God had told me, get your sofa cleaned. For people that don't know, my sofa is like a cream. It's not cream. It's a light colored sofa. It's not all the way white, but it's very, very light. God had told me, call this person, get your sofa cleaned. So I'm talking to the guy today. God said, set it up for Monday. Monday didn't make sense because in my mind, I'm like, Lord, do you not know, like, I move like in a month? You want me to get my sofa cleaned now? So I'm talking to the guy. The Lord is like, and while you're at it, tell him that you want him to like go ahead and clean your carpet. Now, if I can be real, I'm like, clean my carpet, right? You want me to get him to clean my carpet? Like, God, you do know I still have a bed in there. I still have a dresser in there. Like I can move my treadmill. I can throw away those little flimsy nightstands. Don't judge me. And so, I'm having a lot of questions. Like, what am I going to sleep on? Like, God, you showing me a vision of me sleeping on the couch. Like, I'm trying to sleep in the bed. What do you mean sleep on the couch? Like, this is how I'm feeling. So the realtor's assistant emails me. She's like, hey, you can schedule your inspection for Tuesday of next week. I'm like, are they going to be done with the house by Tuesday? Enough for like the guy to come and inspect the house? And, is it going to be done? Like, because it didn't look done to me. It was a drastic change from what I remember from the first time. But like, is it going to be done? She like, he's saying it is. I'm like, all right. What do you say to that? And I can kind of feel my flesh as I'm talking to her kind of rebelling. You ever like try to rebel against like God pushing you too fast? I'm rebelling. Like I feel myself wanting to rebel. That was me rebelling. Are they gonna be finished in time? I'm rebelling because I have grown accustomed to April 15, which means I have time to do whatever else I need to do. April 15 is good. This is me, right? No, I'm not gonna. I get what y'all are saying. I appreciate it, but I had to obey God. It's not about cheaper. I'm not looking for ways to like not exercise my faith. I'm not looking for, and it's nothing wrong with going a cheaper route. Like, absolutely, it's not. But this is a journey where I have to do it God's way. I'm moving out of an apartment. I have cleaned the carpet. I have my own vacuum, little cleaner, deep cleaner, whatever you call it, that cleans the carpet. That is not a job I am graced to do. I need a professional. God knows. And I'm not being prideful in saying that. Like, God knows. And he also knows I have a ton of other things, right, that I need to do. So I need a professional because I've been there for 4 years. I actually need a professional. Like, me doing it, once a month, that's good for just me. But as far as moving out of a location, I need a professional to do that. I absolutely need a professional. I can't stress that enough. God, I need a professional. Me doing it is not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. And I mean that, like, it's not going to cut it. I have dogs. It's not going to cut it. Because the professional can get all the little dog care. He can get everything. I can't do that. It's only so much I can do. So, this is a journey where God isn't, he's not allowing me to like run. I don't want to run. I want to do it God's way. And so when God tells me to do it a certain way, I don't go to God with a cheaper way. I just trust what God says do, and I allow him to provide. Now, I know a lot of people, God will tell you to do something and you look at doing it in your own strength. But I'm not, because I understand, God, you're my provider. I'm not being unwise. I'm being obedient, right? You know what needs to be done, how it needs to be done. And so what you guys see me doing is just literally trusting. I'm trusting God to just be God. But the lady's like, okay, go ahead and book your inspection for Tuesday. So I book it on Tuesday, which means that by Tuesday, I need the $300 for the home inspection because that is how much it costs. However, I also need the money for, I also need, an extra 160 for the guy to clean my sofa and to clean my carpet. So at this point, I'm just like, all right, the realtor texts me, not the assistant. The realtor texts me. Let me just say this. The realtor texts me and she's like, they're moving fast. I know we said April 15th, but you from the looks of it, like, once you do your inspection, all they have to do is appraise the home, and after that, you may be able to get your keys and close on your house before April 15th. At this point of this conversation happening, I'm screaming on the inside because I'm like, Lord, what? And then the Lord tells me, he said, did you not just do a broadcast, right? Talking about how I know what I'm doing. I'm going to say that again. He says, did you not know? No, they want to move the closing date. Instead of me closing and getting my keys on April 15th, what she's saying is you may actually be able to close before April 15th, which means if I close, I also get the keys. The Lord told me. And it's like in that moment, it answered every single question. Y'all gotta hear me, that I've been having. God, it don't make sense you had me take my dining room table down. God, it didn't make sense that you have me my before I move, like so far in advance from my closing date. God, it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. God, you got me calling the cable companies and the internet to see, if my area is today has been a day of me just doing just that. It's all been preparation. But the Lord told me before I could freak out, because a little part of me was freaking out on the inside when she said, you might be able to move in, close, before April 15th. Because in that moment, my mindset kind of shifted back over into, how am I going to come up with this money? I have to have movers. I have to get my own refrigerator. Everything else is provided in the home. I have to pay closing, pay for my fence, the couple of $100 that I need for closing. It's like in that moment, I felt like I don't have a chance to breathe, God. Anybody ever felt that way? Like, God, I'm grateful for what you're doing, but can you slow down a little bit? Anybody ever felt that way? Like, God, I see what you're doing, but can you slow down a little bit? This is too much. I'm at the point where I'm almost overwhelmed, but I'm still trusting you, but I'm almost overwhelmed. Can we slow down? Hey, Natasha. Because if I can really be honest, that's a scary thing. When you start experiencing, and what it is Visha told me this earlier, and God is just funny. What it is that Amos 9:13 blessing. You know how you know how we get overwhelmed when certain circumstances or struggles happen to us back to back to back to back to back. Y'all do understand that when the promise comes to you, it overwhelms you that same way. It's almost like the flip side of when you telling God, can I just hit pause on this struggle in the middle of your process? You almost want to start saying, God, can we hit pause on these blessings? Because I can't, I just made it through this one. And now you got other. Can we just hit pause, Lord? This was me. This was me. But as I got off that phone call, the Lord said this. The Lord said, trust me. I told you I know what I'm doing. Trust me. I told you I know what I'm doing. I'm going to say it again. The Lord told me, he said, trust me. Because I told you I know what I'm doing. This is why God always has me telling you guys, you never know why the Lord tells you to do the things that he tells you. You really don't know. And sometimes when things don't make sense, we are tempted to put it off. I was tempted to not take down that dining room table. I'm going to be real. I just took it down this morning. I was tempted to leave it up. I'm going to be real. I was absolutely not going to take my bed down. So, to be honest, I still take it. That was when God told me to go to Target because he needed a mattress cover. I just didn't know why he had me going. Right. Amen, Miss Mary. I don't know who needs to hear this. Obey God. Because now that this day played out the way it's played, and God has given me the instructions all day that he's given me. Like, it has made sense why he has had me doing all the things. Like, I'm telling y'all, God showed me sleeping on my sofa. He didn't show me how long, but he showed me sleeping on my sofa. I cannot. I heard him clear as day earlier. Soon as I talked to the guy that's cleaning my carpet, he's like, I'll only charge you 40. If you do it while I'm already there, I'll only charge you 40. He said, but if I have to come back out, it's going to have to be 90 because that's the minimum of what I charge if I have to come out. Hear me. The carpet got, so I'm like, God, what do I do? Because I really don't want to take all this stuff out. But what other choice do I have? And, you know, it's like the same way that like we're not able to like hit pause in the process. It's a double-edged sword because when the blessings start rolling in, when God is ready to usher you into your new, like 40 is very cheap. When it's ready to usher you into like your new, and honestly, 100 for my section and the pillows that came for when it's your time, tell God, like, can you just pause right now, God? Like pause, pause. I don't even have time to recover. Pause, God. Please pause. That was how like I was feeling. Like, God, I'm just now getting to a point. I'm tired because I'm having to do so much. My home look a whole mess. I'm looking at God this morning like, Lord, I can't take too much of this. It ain't nothing but boxes everywhere. Boxes and furniture everywhere. But it's like in moments like this, it's like the only thing that you can do, because you can't stop it, is trust God. The only thing that you can do is literally just trust God. Because again, when God says it's your time to be blessed, you can't stop the blessings from coming, even if you wanted to. So it's one of those moments where it's like, okay, God, this is a lot on me. You know, I still have a lot of things to do. Yeah, I have until Tuesday to pay this, God. That's next week. It's a few days. It's the weekend. It's a few days. And so right now, that's where we are. Things are rolling a lot faster, than I expected. And I'm not even going to say a lot faster than I want, because I'm tired of, I'm ready to move. I'm ready to move. It's just, sometimes our expectations in the process and even in the way that we get blessed, they don't get met. They never ever get met. You expect certain things in the process, it go the exact opposite way. You expect certain things, when it's time to be blessed, and it goes a way that you did not expect. Like that is the God that we serve. We won't ever be able to figure him out, but there's always a reason in the things that he does and in the way that he chooses to bless us. And so it's like when you have moments like this, you kind of have to get to a place where you are at an equilibrium. Whether you got to take a deep breath and say, Lord, give me strategy, which is what I've been having to do. Like, God, give me strategy, because I cannot do this in my own strength. I don't have the resources. I don't have any of, what I feel I need. There are still other things that I need. I still have so many questions, right? And so it's like, that's it. And so it's like all I can do is to continue to obey God, and honestly to just continue um moving forward. And so I haven't been told to take the bed. It ain't time to take the bed down yet, but I'm quite sure that, at some point on Monday, or before the God comes, that is what God is going to be um having me to do. And so whew, that's where we are. That's where we are. And so Monday's goal is 160 and Tuesday's goal is 300. At the moment, the only thing that I need to get paid is my car insurance. That is what I need to get paid, my car insurance. And that is, I want to say it is 150. It's 150. Everything else has, for the most part, has been caught up. But my car insurance is way behind. They have not canceled it. Not yet, but it's pending cancellation. And so that is, the goal right now. It's just for me to pay my car insurance because I need that, so that I can get the deal for the mortgage insurance and other things like that. And so at the moment, that is the goal, 150. Can someone type that in? I just really had to just share this with you guys, because it's just been back to back to back to back to back. It's been, wow. Literally, as I'm doing this broadcast, emails are coming in. The home inspection guy just emailed me. I kid y'all not. I kid y'all not. The home inspection guy just emailed me. I kid y'all not. But that's where we are. I can't see any comments. Am I freezing? Can someone let me know if I am freezing? Am I freezing? Can someone let me know if I am freezing? Thank you so much for that, bomb. Am I freezing? Because I really don't see any comments. I see Miss Mary's comments. But am I freezing? Can someone let me know? I only see your comments though. I saw other comments before, but I do not see any more comments. And it says I have 16 people on here. I know some people are at work, but I do not see any comments. Okay. No, you're okay, Visha. I just wanted to be sure. But right now the goal is 150. I want to say my car insurance is like 150, 140. No, you're okay. And so we'll say 152. So the goal right now this week is just to get my car insurance paid for. Okay, Miss Mary. Okay, so that's really it. That is really it. If you're able to sow into that goal, that's literally where the money is going to go. That's it. To those of you, 152, not 62, 152. And so to those of you guys that are sowing, 152. You okay, Visha? I don't know where Stephanie is. She normally types these things in for me. I thought that she was on here. But I don't see her commenting. Thank you Thank you so much. 152, just 152 plain. But that is where we are. To those of you guys that are sowing into the goal, it doesn't matter what you sow. You sow whatever God tells you to sow. If you do not feel led to sow, I don't feel any type of way about it. I really don't. Those are the ways to sow. Thoughts by T, $ Thoughts by T, or PayPal. And to those of you guys that are sowing, just label it paid in full. Everything else is going to go towards next week, what I need next week. And honestly at this point, because it can get very overwhelming to think about, and I think that God needs me to talk about this. What you guys see me doing is like focusing on one thing at a time. Like if I sat up here and like thought about, okay, God, I gotta pay my car insurance. I gotta like get my carpet clean, get my sofa clean. Okay, God, then I gotta get a home inspection. Then I gotta get an appraisal. Yo, I would not move. And so it's like, that's a huge part of like why I'm able to balance so much, is because I don't focus on the future. I focus on the right now. God, what do I need right now? What's the first goal? And I think that for a lot of people, when you get to that point of not trying to do it all at once, because God could do it all at once, but a lot of times he comes as we need him. So he deals with things as they pop up. And so, that's one thing that, this journey has, it is brought back out. It's not saying that I walked away from it. But it is really like put into, I guess, a deeper perspective, like my need to do that. If I thought about the closing costs on top of y'all, I would, you would get so fear stricken that you wouldn't move. And so it's just like the best approach for any believer, even outside of myself, is to just deal with things as they come. What do you need right now? Because a lot of times, if you think about it, we don't know what we need right now, but then we start thinking about tomorrow. We start thinking about the next day. But doesn't the Bible say, like, not to worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow has its own trouble? It has its trouble of its own, right? And so that's literally like the Bible principle that you guys see me, or the biblical principle that you guys see me living out. Like, I'm literally focusing on today. What do I need to do today? All right, God, you needed me to call those places. You needed me to get certain things set up into play. Cool. All right, you wanted me to go to TJ Maxx and get that soap, which was a very good deal. Very good deal. And so it's like, all you can do is what you can do. And so that's it. That is it, y'all. That is it. And so if you feel led to sow, you can. If not, I really don't feel in this type of way, because I know that I'll have what I need. And so that is it, y'all. I love y'all. I am rooting for you guys.